Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. In this video, we're going to be diving a little bit deeper into our good buddy Nordthion, or NordVPN, which is a lot easier to say than that mismatch of letters. So I already did the deep dive on him, but that was prior to the devs giving us the Marauder set in the new Reaper Deca dungeon that came out with this last update. And guess what? It works on him. Is it better? Well, we're going to find out. That's why you're watching this video. So I'm going to rehash some of the old gear tests, and I'm going to show you how I did it. And then we're going to show you some of the new tests that I ran with the Marauder set, and we'll make some conclusions, and we'll do some discussion at that point, okay? So first and foremost, I want to show you guys where I tested him. If you watch my deep dive, you already know. I did my testing in the Crimson Rot. Let's see. So I did use, at the time, I did use this commander. I have gotten a better commander. I still don't have one with NordVPN on it, but it is the new commander. It is Sorvali, which is totally useless. I don't know why I used Sorvali. I think I switched this up. Yeah, I switched this up, and I think I put in call it Nagrama. Let's see, because Nagrama is an energy hero. I tried it with Ampu. There we go. So I was using Nagrama, right? Since Nagrama's energy, he did decent damage. Basically, this is a nice place to test NordVPN because he basically just separates himself and he'll just wrangle up all the ads and he'll just do constant AoE damage. So the reason why I like that is because when testing the Surge sets, that is strictly boosts to AoE damage, which he does a lot of that. He does that on his ultimate. He does that with his lightning shield, which he gets from his ultimate and his first common skill. And then his second common skill is also a wedged shape AoE. All right. So that's why I like this boss, because it is, disregard everyone else, it is kind of a true test of how good NordVPN's damage can be in whatever set we want to test him in. So first, let's show you the crit rate, crit damage build. Okay, so this was pure Sun Signet and Overload, just going for crit rate, crit damage. Now keep in mind he gets 9% off of his talent, so really in this test he's 74.9% crit rate, which is good. That's kind of what you want to shoot for, around 75, and a bunch of crit damage. And this was the score. So running that comp with Nagrama and Maz, and then Luke and Ravenna, he did 530 million damage. Okay, all right, good test, and easily soloed, or not soloed, easily completed the dungeon with just all on auto. So then I tried him in Surge, which on paper I thought maybe Surge would be better because of the 30% increased damage to AoE. As you see in this build, he is a little bit lower crit rate, and he's a lot lower crit damage, which is obvious given that he's not in a crit damage set, right? So, and the score from this, while still good, wasn't as impressive as the crit rate, crit damage build. So he's 479 million versus 530. Okay, all right. So obviously those two tests are pretty equivalent, but he had less crit rate, so maybe he was critting a lot less. But then you would have thought maybe the 30% increased damage would have overcome that gap a little bit. Don't know, but it doesn't look like it's ideal, really. Doesn't look ideal. So then let's try him in the Marauder set. So this was the first set I built, given that the dungeon's only been out for a few days. I've had limited chances to get gear. But you see, he's, again, this is even lower crit rate. So he's at 47, which means that he's going to be at 56 crit rate. So he's only going to be critting 50-50. But his crit damage is close, pushing that 100%, right? And this was the score, 440. Now, that's even less than the Surge build. But keep in mind the crit rate, right? That crit rate, crit damage said at the beginning had absurdly high, well, not absurdly high, had perfect crit rate and had high crit damage. And I think that is, and I came to the conclusion in the deep dive that that would probably be the best set for PvE bosses, right? So there's that score again. Now, I built him a little bit differently. So now he's in a Marauder set, but I switched out the crit rate. I switched out the crit rate. Let's see. Where was that build? Oh no, it looks like exactly the same piece. So I think I switched out the crit damage hands here for crit rate hands. So obviously you see my crit damage is a lot lower, like a lot lower. That's exactly what I did. So it's crit rate hands instead of crit damage. Because our gurus in our cluster of alliances has determined that the sweet spot for him to get the most out of him is about 80% from gear crit rate, which bang on, 81.5. Now, this score, or this next score with this set comes with a caveat. I put res in there because what the Marauder set does, and I probably should have hashed this out first, what the Marauder set does is it gives 15% attack, the same as Surge, but when he does a displacement move, which is his ultimate, he'll increase his crit damage by 80%, and he's going to increase his lifesteal by 20%, meaning as soon as he does his displacement before the damage, those effects go into effect. So he's gonna, when he lands and does his big, huge nuke, he's doing all that damage plus 80% crit damage. So he's gonna be doing basically 125% crit damage, which I don't know if that, I think that is higher than my crit rate, crit damage build. But if he's low on health, he's also gonna get 20% of that huge damage number back as health. So what Marauder does is basically he has two lifesteal abilities, his ultimate and his second common skill, which is his cleave. That one has lifesteal attached to it from his exclusive, but that skill doesn't do a whole lot of damage, whereas ultimate does obscene amounts of damage. So keep that in mind. Here is that score, and with res, he did almost 700 million damage. Because what res does is he supercharges your ultimate, so he's basically in a perpetual state of ultimate super godlike Super Saiyan damage. And I think that I really do think that res and Nord with the Marauder set are a match made in heaven, which is why I liked this testing, even though you can't really take this data set and compare it equivalent to the other data sets. The Marauder set paired with res is just a thing of beauty. Now, even without res, I got a little bit of footage I want to show you, and I guess we should conclude about the gear thing. So I'm just gonna kind of tentatively put a stamp on it that says the Marauder set is the best with Nord, just because what he gets from the bonus from his displacement is massive. Bailey, Rickert, Leo, they all have displacement skills as well. They're not doing as much damage after their displacement skill as Nord is doing. So he can just almost bring his life bar back up to full, which you'll see in some really interesting footage that I got to show you guys next. So this one's going to be fun. So I still think that if you're not using res, the crit rate, crit damage set is probably still the best set. Surge set, probably the worst. Marauder set works excellent in PvE content because of the lifesteal, how he can basically solo tank stuff. Pair him with res, and the Marauder set is mana from heaven. It's that good. Okay, I want to show you guys some PvP. This is gonna be really cool footage, and then we'll send you on your merry way. Okay, so I put him last night. Here's the team. So I did put him in my Galactic Arena defense, and he got a few interesting wins. So I was reviewing them today, which is why I had to share this with you guys. So look at the team that's going against him. It's the Assassin team with an Immortal 2 Leo. Okay? I have assassins on my team as well, but my team is effectively an energy team with assassins and Nord. But assassins, as I said in a previous video, the assassins will eat energy heroes for lunch. And they do. And they do. So here, let's show you guys. But watch. Basically, Rickert and Bailey are going to pop in the back line. And look at, there's Luke. Luke's dead, right? Bailey's took him out. Rickert and Bailey are back there. Ravenna's dead. Okay? So what do I have left? I have my assassins, and I'm the red bars. I have my assassins and Nord. That's it. 2 assassins and Nord. So there's Leo. You know, this should be over. Leo's right in the middle. My Nord is right on top of Leo. And if you look, I am down to basically a third health. But, boom. There we go. I just did my ultimate, and I'm back up to 2/3 health. Leo's going to spin on my face. Look at it. He didn't do any damage to me when he did that spin. Because when Nord has lightning shields, he has 80% damage reduction. Plus, whatever, so with the damage reduction currently on my gear, he's probably sitting at about 92% damage reduction when he has lightning shield up, and he has lightning shield up a lot. He just took a Leo spin to the face and laughed it off. I didn't even see his health bar move. So this is like Leo versus Nord. So, and I got all these assassins hitting me. Nord just took out Bailey with his lightning shield, no less. Bailey was on his back. Bailey was stabbing his back, and Nord's lightning shield killed him. Now, there goes Rickert. Rickert died to the exact same thing. Lightning shield. There's Leo spitting on my face. Did nothing. Nothing. Now, Nord at ranged hits like a wet noodle. Look at Mazrani's health bar's not even moving. But, as soon as I got my ultimate here now, boom, come here, Maz. Maz is pretty much dead, and he's dead. So, the ultimate did a butt ton of damage, and then the lightning shield AoE finished him off. Next test. Alright. This team, you know, doesn't have Leo, so it's not as impressive, but I chuckled when I saw this footage. So it's, he's going up with Boar as a tank, he still has Mazrani, and then he has 3 assassins. So, again, assassins team on paper eat energy teams alive, which they do. Luke and Ravenna probably don't make it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, Luke and Ravenna are dead. But what Boar did, Boar chucked my Nord to the back line. So I got Bailey back here. I got Nord, because remember, I'm the red bars. This is the opponent's view. And I got Rickert up here doing whatever he can do. So now, I'm sitting here next to Mazrani. And I'm just chunking with my lightning shield. Just chunking. See, so their lightning shield is gone. But here I get it back. See, there's lightning shield. And you see, everybody dies. Everybody dies. Just that one ultimate, they all died. Except for Boar. Because Boar is a little bit bigger. But I want you to watch that again. So, right now, this is probably the best time to start. I got my Nord surrounded by his Boar, Mazrani, Rickert, and Bailey. And no ultimate. Oh no, there was the ultimate. Let's go back again. Right here. Bailey, whack, whack, whack. Ultimate, they're all dead. All dead. And then Boar doesn't stand a chance. Like, this guy is... He's a machine. He is a machine. So let's take a look at, yeah, see, look at 16% crit, or not crit. I don't know why I keep calling it crit damage reduction. 16% damage reduction plus 80. He's at 96.6% damage reduction when he has lightning shield up, which is a lot. So let's just put this to bed, ladies and gentlemen. I said it once. I'm gonna say it again. In PvP, with that lifesteal on Marauder, I think Marauder is the best set. In PvE situations like story, soul mine, and stuff where you need a little bit more survivability, I think Marauder is the best set. The only time I would think possibly that, you know what, I want to say Guild Hunt, Spider Boss, you're going to want to run the crit damage set, but you're probably going to pair this guy with Res, and then you're going to gain from that massive crit damage boost. So, in all instances, you're going to want to run Marauder on NordVPN unless you're not going to use Res on the Spider Boss, in which case then you want to run crit damage set. So there you go. All right. So I love this. I love this guy. This guy's money. I love him. And obviously that's why I got a big smile on my face talking to you guys. All right. So if you made it to the end of this video, again, put NordVPN down in the comment section of this video. They are the sponsors tonight. No, they're not. I wish they were. Knock, knock, knock. Hello. I read all my comments so we can discuss. If you guys think I'm totally wrong, if you think I'm out of left field, do tell me. We'll discuss it. So, hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Till next time, cheers, peace, bye-bye. Lick that saber.